Forza Horizon 4. I'm already talking about this game, and Forza Horizon 3's life cycle hasn't really properly ended yet. They've still got some expansions to do, and they've still got a DLC coming out for the game, but to be honest, I think I'm pretty much done with Horizon 3. Hurts for me to say that, really, because I really did enjoy previous Forza Horizon games. Anyone who's followed the channel will know that Forza Horizon 1 is one of my favourite racing games pretty much of all time. I'd say it definitely makes the top 10, maybe the top 5. I think maybe saying it's in the top 5 is pushing it a bit, but it's definitely one of my favourite racing games I've ever played. And then Horizon 2, I had a lot of fun on Horizon 2. There was a few things which I definitely thought could have been added to Horizon 2 to make it a better game, but overall, considering it was the first jump onto next gen, I thought it was really good. The physics were a bit weird because of how the new handling model is and how the new engine is for next gen, and that doesn't seem like it's going to change anytime soon, but overall, not gonna lie, I did really enjoy Horizon 2. Horizon 2 was one of those experiences where I dumped a lot of time into that game, and I did everything you could have done in that game. I really squeezed out any little bit of fun I could have on that game. And Horizon 3, well, I've only recently finished it. To me, Horizon 3 is Horizon 2 but with a new map and slightly upgraded physics, and that's really it. Horizon 3 doesn't feel so much like a game anymore. Feels to me more like a tech demo. That's the best way to explain it. A lot of people probably aren't going to get that analogy, and because it is basically just Horizon 2 but with more. But when you've played the same game again and all they've really done is upgrade the graphics, give me a new place to drive in, and you know, like a few little things like wide bodies and stuff, I don't know, there wasn't enough for me to go back. I guess this is kind of where I'm a bit disappointed, really, with Horizon 3. You know, from a technical standpoint, it's a great game, but that doesn't make it a good game. It makes it a good tech demo. Like, if you want to show off what the Xbox One's capable of, you're doing a very good job. But as a game, there's like no personality to Horizon 3. Again, that's my opinion. That's completely my opinion, and I've said this many times before, and I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. So I will just move on to what I want to talk about from Horizon 4. Now, in a perfect world, I think you already know what I'm going to say. Want it to be set in Japan. Japan is one of the most diverse places in the world. You've got your off-road areas, you've got your toge areas, you've got your city areas. But again, that's probably not going to happen. That's probably me being a bit wishful and using some wishful thinking. I think, you know, location only goes so far. What I want to see from a Horizon game again is personality. As cringy as Need for Speed was, and many people really didn't like the story mode in it, it gave it character. It gave it something a bit different, and you know, there's many other games I could talk about this who have just given it character. I think a character is something which has been missing from a Horizon game since the first. Horizon 2 had it in some ways, and to be honest, I would say Horizon 3 has it ever so slightly too, but there's just nowhere near enough. You know, Horizon 1 was oozing character, whether it was the unforgettable soundtrack. The soundtrack in that game was absolutely phenomenal. They only had 3 radio stations, I believe, or was it 2? I mean, 2 or 3? But no, it was 3. It was 3. It was Bass Arena, it was the Rock Station, and then it was Pulse. And, you know, they only had 3. They didn't have like 9 or whatever it is now. But I guarantee I could recite all of Bass Arena songs off by heart to you right now. You know, whether it was how alive the festival felt. You know, obviously in Horizon 3, you've got different ones and you upgrade it. You know, having the main base at the middle of the map where everyone goes, whether it's online or offline, it felt alive. It felt like that was the festival hub. Again, something a bit special about that. Whether it was the actual storyline in the game, you know, we had Darius Flint and, you know, the whole story mode of becoming the best racer in Horizon. That was a lot better to me than, you know, being the boss and doing the races by yourself. Again, that's my opinion. You know, the kind of idea of them giving us a story mode and saying, oh, create your own story, I find that to be a bit lazy. I would have much preferred it if they actually gave me a storyline and made me work through the story to become the best racer in Horizon. It has to just be a generic story. I don't care, just give me a story to play through. That's really important to me. You know, customization and stuff, I obviously would like to see it, but from a Horizon game, it's definitely not essential. It would be nice if we got more wide bodies and we got like more intricate customization, but leave that to Need for Speed. That's not not what Horizon's about. I want to see more interesting roads. I want to see whether, you know, it doesn't even have to be in Japan, it can be anywhere. I want to see more interesting roads. Some of those coastal roads that were from Horizon 2 were absolutely great. When we went to Colorado, we got the mountain areas, you know. I want to see all that back. I want to see cramped city streets. I want to see a varied amount of roads. Yeah, you've got the Outback, and you've got, you know, you're in a city areas in Horizon 3. There's no real canyons, there's no real coastal properly routes like that. Like, that's what I want to see. This is the type of things which Horizon should aim to do, you know. The soundtrack is one of the most important things in Horizon, you know. As much as it's important about the physics and the game, the vibe of Horizon is one of the most important things which makes Horizon Horizon. And the soundtrack it's literally a music festival. Like, it's literally a music festival. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say Horizon 3 soundtrack was bad, because it definitely wasn't, but I'm not going to sit here and lie and also say that I pretty much only listen to Hospital Records and Bass Arena. To be honest, I will say music is one of the areas which Horizon has always done well in, and just keeping that up really, I guess, is really important for the next game. I did listen to a lot of Bass Arena and a lot of Hospital Records, so I can't really say the soundtrack was bad. It was actually really, really good in the last game, but you know, just a thing really I wanted to say. In terms of the car list, I think the car list is completely fine in the latest game, so just building upon that really, making it feel a bit more alive, maybe putting some actual stock cars in there, like, you know, a Corsair C or a, you know, Peugeot 106, not the sporty versions like the VXR versions, but the normal versions. That would be really cool. Please to God, put a drift mode in. Why there's not a drift mode in Horizon? And I'm not talking about the drift sections, I'm talking about a full-on drift mode. Why there is not a drift mode in Horizon 3, I really don't know, because that community, I don't know what it is with Forza, but like, they just seem to get pushed under the bus, but the bush. They seem to get pushed under the bus an awful lot, because I feel like they really should have their own mode at this point. You could even have it so like certain events are on like actual drift tracks, you know, you could have URL type races that were in Underground 2 but in Horizon 3. That would be really cool. The whole idea of, you know, maybe it could be test drive unlimited style, where you'd have your own festival and you can actually customize your own festival and customize your garage, and, you know, doing little things like that. That would be really cool, you know, making use of Forza Vista and actually being able to maybe have your own house or your own garage, you know, and actually sorting out your own garage, you know, that would be really cool. It's these little things which go a long way in racing games. The idea of having my own house and being able to walk around and stuff, it just sounds really cool, and that's something which would really progress the series onwards. These are just a few ideas off the top of my head. I haven't wrote down a script or anything, I'm literally just going along as I go along. And as you can tell, like, there's a lot of things I could probably think of, and I probably will end up making separate videos about this. This is kind of like an overview video, but really I just want to see some more personality in Horizon, really. I just want to see, like, Horizon be back to where it was in Horizon 1 again. Yeah, you've got more cars, yeah, the map's bigger, but it's got nowhere near the amount of replayability or just personality compared to Horizon 1, at least in my opinion. And it's not even nostalgia which is kicking in, because I played Horizon 1 awfully late, like 2012, 2013, so that's not that long ago when you think about it. This isn't nostalgia which is kicking in, this is me with my constructive opinion saying that Horizon 1 just did have more personality. It's not something which is like you can just easily put in the game, it's something which has to come from the heart. Like, when I talk about, you know, personality and passion, that's something which the devs really need to like put their heart and soul into, and if they do, well, we'll see it straight through the game. I feel like in Horizon 1 they had something to prove because it was basically a new IP, and we've kind of lost that over time really. I pray Horizon 4 is a return to form, and I hope it pulls me back into the series. Obviously I like to think I'm a niche person who doesn't really enjoy Horizon. I see a lot of people in my comments who say they are not enjoying Horizon. I see some people who say they are enjoying Horizon, but I am a niche person in this regard. I do see a lot more people enjoying it than not enjoying it, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to voice my opinion on what I think of the series as a whole. I want to play Horizon. That's the sad thing about it, is I want to play that game, but there's just nothing left for me to do in that game. So what did you guys think of everything I talked about in this video? Let me know down in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.